So here I am on this glorious rainy day at my mom and dad's house. I know, big surprise there. I've only been out here 6 million times in the last handful of videos. I spent the beginning of today in the pouring rain taking mom to get some groceries from the store, and she didn't want to wait, so that was fun. She got to get nice and dry in the car, and then I was getting poured on in the rain, so the joys of being a great daughter. Anyways, there is nothing I can think that I would rather do on a rainy day than come out here and take apart some cabinets and start staining them. Here I am in my pajamas, all ready to go. The first step in this process is I'm going to be sanding these down so that way they can get a little roughed up and hopefully hold the stain nice and well. So here we go. No, get off my beautiful cabinets.
I couldn't remember the name of where. In the background, making tea or feeding the little girl. Her shadow falling.
so here we have potentially the first coat of a few, but honestly, if it dries looking about like it does, I think I might leave it. So this is it so far. I will come back probably tomorrow to see how everything's looking and then decide whether or not I want to do more. After everything's stained, I just have to attach the cabinets to this part of the kitchen. And then after that, countertop, sink, water back on, and at least part one of the cabinets are done. At some point, I'm gonna have my brothers help me put some like wall cabinets up here, because we've actually never had, to my knowledge anyways, wall cabinets out here at mom and dad's house. So that'll be a nice thing for mom to be able to have. But after I get the cabinets all done, then I'll start putting stuff down to the level of the floors, get the new floors put in, and then kind of just go from there. Wasp. If you hear me scream, it's because I got stung. It's crazy how complete polar opposite of a day it is out here today, as opposed to yesterday how rainy it was. It's like the lighting is so bad that, like, even in real life, I can't tell if I need to put more stain on there or if it's good. It's dry. Ooh, it's not dry. I still have little marks on my arm that look like it's a bruise. Oh, that's just stain. It's still like sticky, it's kind of wet. So I think I'm gonna go over it like and kind of dry brush over it to catch any rips that went down it. And then I'm gonna do the insides of the doors. And then I'm gonna try to get the floor level. There are some shims already in place, like long shims, from the old cabinets that I pulled out. So in theory, they should work, but I'm going to make sure that they're level, because I don't obviously want cabinets that go like this instead of being flat. So that's what we're going to go ahead and get working on in this second day of this. Oh, I did learn that, because I looked up a little bit of videos about staining today. First off, I learned that how like yesterday I was going like this at the end of painting it. I learned that that is a good thing. It's called, I think they said it was like called scoring off or striking off or whatever. And that like keeps the paint flat. And they said that it's good to go in one direction and do that. And that's what I was doing. So it made me really excited. And then the other thing is, yesterday at the beginning, I said I was going to sand all of the drawers down, which I literally, as you saw, like the one drawer that you saw me sand, that was the only one that I did sand. But I think that that's going to be okay in this, because the reason that you sand stuff down is to make it coarse to where the paint's going to stick to it, which typically you're going to do that when the surface itself is flat and smooth, because that's going to make it actually hold the paint or the stain. These cabinets were unfinished, so the wood had not been like painted or like any kind of coating put on to finish the wood. So I think it'll be okay, because I think that it's a rough enough texture to where the paint should be fine. And this is, like I said, it's had like over 12 hours to dry at this point, and it's looking like it's gonna stay. Of course, I don't know long term how like the wear will be. Like maybe since I didn't sand it, maybe it'll wear off quicker. I don't know what long term stuff is. Of course, we have a whole bucket still of paint, so if it does, we can always sand it later and fix it and do better. Hopefully everything will be fine there. So now I'm just gonna be painting the insides of these doors. After all that work trying to keep stain off the floor, I still got some on the floor. I guess it's not that big of a deal since I'm going to be covering up these floors anyways. But come on. Really, stain? Shit. Whoopsies. Alright, so I've got the cabinets all stained over here. Now I'm gonna try to make sure the floor behind them's level and then potentially start putting that together. Come on, spiders, go on. I don't want little tiny spider legs on the thing. Well, I was gonna squish it, but I can't find it now. Spiders are so nasty. You'd be lucky if your house isn't infested with these. I myself am lucky, but right now Mom is not until I get Terminix in here. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna be working on leveling, is these boards down here. All right, let's get down here with the spiders. And let's see. So that side is a little high. So we need to put a shim over here to make it level so we can at least put one cabinet and then we can just gradually level it at that point. So I went out there looking for a smaller level and I also found some more shims. And these are longer ones, so they might work even better for leveling the floor. Alright, so I'm going to check to see if this first cabinet is level, and then we will work on putting another one in and getting it level. Bubble is right in the middle, so far, so good. Now, this big one here is the next cabinet, and then I'll screw these all down after I get them set up, but right now, kind of just wanting to get them in place and, you know, make them level, because I don't want to put them in and then run into an issue later and have to unscrew it. So we're just going to hopefully not have to problem solve a whole lot, because we can just kind of take everything back off if we need to redo something. Alright, let's see if that made it level. And again, we are good to go. So let me, because I also have this little saw. It's for like cutting the shims because sometimes they won't always go in all the way. So this little saw here is used to like trim it down so it's smooth. So I'm gonna tap this in since it was just a little bit not in. Make sure it's still level. Okay, still level. Hopefully we can stick with this being easy, but we shall see. Okay, so next we're going to do the other small cabinet. Woo! Ah, no, drawers, stay in! Oh, good! No. Oh, whatever. Fall out, I guess. Okay, so this one is definitely off. Ooh. I meant to do that. So for this, I'm actually going to do a board, I think. One under the back of this, and then we'll need one under the front. So I think I'm just going to use like a regular thin board, because I think that will work and raise it up most of the way that it needs to go. Okay, so I'm just going to, alright, so that might raise it too high in the back. So on the back part, we might use shims, and then the front, we might use this. We'll see. Ah! You're fine. Oh, stay with me. Stay with me. So I got two of them placed like this on each other back there. So I'll see if that raises that part enough, and then we can add some more. That might be good enough for that. Just need to raise the front. That might be a little too thick. So let's try a couple of shims instead. Alright, I'm going to work on the other side and see if I can make it more level by getting that side done too. Alright, let's try to level this buddy again. Oh, hell yeah! So the back's level 2. So this is what, let me close it, make it look better, even though it's gonna have to be touched up again. It'll be fine. Alright, so this is what we've got so far. And we've got our shims under there. You can see how unlevel this floor is. I'm gonna go ahead and get these extra lengths of these sawed down. Hopefully, anyways. There's a little groundhog out there. And he's sweet. Yeah, munch all that clover. Get it all out of this yard. Oh no, he hurt me. I'm sorry, little guy. So the last cabinet is the one that goes over the sink. So we're gonna have to cut some holes into the bottom to be able to fit the water pipes through. Yeah, look at all the dead wasps. If that doesn't tell you how hot it is in this house, even the wasp can't live through it. Alright, so now I'm going to see about using this thing here. And basically you can just measure different things. So that way you can see like how big something's supposed to be. And then I should just be able to trace that at the measurements inside of the cabinet. But first, we're going to make the marks inside of the cabinet. Anyway, so first I'm going to have to take into consideration the thickness of like the sidewall. So I'm going to see how wide that is. So it's about a ½ an inch. So we'll take a ½ inch off of these measurements. Alright, so we've got our 3 marks. Now let's use my favorite tool. We got our circles traced out. So I think that's going to be it for today. That's honestly about as much progress as I can get done. So we've got 3 of the 4 in place. Of course, the last one's the same size as those. So it's probably going to be fun on its own, just dealing with that. But I at least got, you know, a good chunk of what I need done with the cabinets done. I'll need some help getting the cabinet put where it needs to go and leveled out. And then honestly, I need to replace these because I think it's this one is actually broke. Like I couldn't get it shut off all the way. If you've seen the demo video for the counters, you know that. But I need to get these replaced, but I couldn't get them off of the pipes. Plus, in order to cut the hole to the size, I'm gonna have to get this piece off so that way these can just pop through the floor of the cabinet. Anyways, that's what you can look forward to in the next part of this. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video and enjoy this kind of content. You know, I'm having pretty good time doing the different renovations and cleaning projects out here. So it's kind of exciting to be able to document everything as I go through and, get everything fixed up for mom. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up, leave a thumbs down, subscribe if you want to, and yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.